Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Lauren and today we are trying to tackle the over 30 book series that are on my currently reading list. I am on a mission to try and finish up as many series I have on the go as I can. Some of them are currently releasing, some of them are backlog, and I just want to whittle down the TBR. I have so many on the go, I can't start new series. I need to just try and tighten up the list. So I'm reading 6 books today. We're gonna go see how many I can get done, and then we'll see how many more videos it takes until I finish this. So we're gonna do 6, and I think that's the sort of plan for these videos, is to sort of do 6 per video. But we'll see where the rest of the year takes us, which there's not much time left. So this is probably gonna carry into 2026. Anyway, so we are reading Delightful Sins by Lola King, Formula Freedom by Sawyer Bennett, Just Say Yes by Lena, Hendrix, Save Your Breath by Kandi, Steiner, The Syndicate Runyx, and The Apple Tree by Julianne. Let's dive in. I don't want to hold up too much time. Let's dive in, grab a snack, get comfy, grab a drink, and let's get reading. This is a terrible angle, but it's time for me to start the challenge of getting through all of my ongoing series. I'm trying to get through a lot of them before the end of the year and see what happens. Now, I'm about to start Delightful Sins by Lola King. Now, this series has been, I would say, a little hit or miss for me. I'm finding them not overly well done. I'm finding the fact that they're so long really bothering me. This next one is about 4 and a bit hours long on 3.5 times speed. I think this is empty, which really grinds my gears. Like, why is it so, wait, was that 5? Was it 5.5 or 4.5 hours long on that speed? I don't remember now. And I'm just like, there's just no need. It kind of pisses me off already. I hope it doesn't taint my experience, but we're gonna get started and I hope that I enjoy it. If not, I'm a bit pissed. And if I don't enjoy it, then again, everyone says the next book is really good. So, and the ratings from all my friends is like high ratings. I hope that it does well. We'll find out. So, BRB. Officially DNFing Delightful Sins. I think I've made it like 30-something% of the way through this book, and I just can't anymore. 34%. There is no need for this level of length. There is no logical plot progression. The plot is just really disjointed. I'm very confused. We're jumping around like all over the joint, and it's just not for me. And I just can't do it. I'm gonna DNF it, taking it off the TBR. I think we're gonna read sports romance. I think we're going to read Save Your Breath by Kandi Steiner. Here we go. So I lied, and I just started this book instead. It's called Formula Freedom, and F1 Romance. The guy is from Torquay, and his favorite city is Melbourne. My favorite city is Melbourne, and I grew up right near Torquay. That's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Slay from Sawyer Bennett. I mean, can we just like talk about this? Oh, sorry. Oh, this is just too cute. Like, I'm literally 50% of the way through this. This is short. Like, Sawyer Bennett's books are very short, but they're like just the perfect bite-sized palatable romance books. This is a ex-boyfriend's brother romance, which I always adore. So we have Reed, who is a Formula 1 driver, and we have Lara, and they've been like childhood best friends. Reed grew up, like I said, Reed grew up where I grew up, which is kind of crazy, and they've just like had the Melbourne GP. And if you don't know anything about me, I love a Formula 1, and I really struggle with Formula 1 romances, but this one has been like one of my favorite series. And I just realized just before this is the 4th book, even though I had written it down as like one of the series I need to catch up on, I forgot. A very low stakes book. It's a heavier book. It's a lot more emotionally charged and full on. So Lara's dating Reed's brother, and then one night she calls him going, I need you to come help me. She's ended up getting into a fight with him, with her boyfriend, and I don't even remember what his name was. That's how much I was wowed by his existence. Then he hits her, and so Reed goes and collects her, and like, their families are super intertwined. So Reed's family is like, no, like, we are on your side, we're protecting you, like, don't worry about our son, like, we have told him that this is wrong. And obviously Reed's like super protective of her, but they've always sort of fought this attraction to each other and never given into it. Sort of actually had a spicy scene already. These are very fast paced. They are the perfect sort of just like in between book, nothing major. I'm gonna go straight back into this. I can't wait for the next book as well. We have a female driver in the next book. I finished Formula Freedom. Loved it. Loved the ending. Solid 4-star read. I love the way she stood up to her ex-boyfriend in the end. And I just thought it was overall a really sweet romance, great one to pass the time. Was it groundbreaking? No, but I did really enjoy it. I thought it was great. I'm very excited for the next one. I hope it is just as good. I'm sure that it will be. I like all the Formula One stuff. It's definitely not Formula One heavy, so if you don't know anything about Formula One, I think you could definitely pick this up. The next book is going to be about the female driver that's now coming in, which I think is super cool. So I'm gonna now clean my house. I just was starting the clean and finished it, and I'm now starting Just Say Yes by Lena Hendrix. This is the last book in the King's Brothers series, which I have been putting this off for ages. I don't know anything about it. Ex-boyfriend's best friend. He is a rugby player, Olympic rugby player, coming into her small town. So I think it's gonna be a bit of an enemies to lovers vibe. Not mad. Let's get cleaning. Let's get listening. So I feel like me coming from the bathroom is becoming a regular occurrence, but it's convenient just to like do my skincare and chat. So tiny little bit left. I am about halfway through Just Say Yes, and I'm having a good time. I really enjoy like Lena Hendrix's books, but unfortunately the last sort of few haven't hit the way that I expected them to. I think after reading the King's book number 2, Just My Luck, The Marriage of Convenience, I haven't felt anything like that from her books since. But I'm still enjoying it for a really good time. I'm really struggling with books recently. It's been a problem. I'm not vibing with a lot of things. Not being blown away. I think everything's starting to get a little bit repetitive and a little bit similar, and I just want something a little bit deeper, stronger, different. But I digress. So, like I said, ex-boyfriend's best friend. Neither of them knew each other before. And I wouldn't necessarily call him her ex-boyfriend. They were like together, slept together, and then things went down. He really hurt her. And so he's come back to town and where he grew up, and she is the nurse that looks after his grandfather. So MJ we meet early on in the Sullivan series. She looks after the Sullivan dad, and now he's gone into a different facility and she's looking after this old man. What is his name? I can't remember his name, but Logan is his grandson. Old man tries to set both of them up because he's like, you guys make sense. And you know, Logan's instantly attracted to her and wants to pursue her, but like, she's not having a bar because she realizes that he's best friends with this guy that absolutely broke her. And then one thing leads to another, and they end up like in a friends with benefits sort of situation, but they're also like really falling for each other. I've showered, washed my hair, done all the things, and I'm now moving on to a different book. Pausing this for a second and moving on to a different book for a bit. I love it. I probably won't finish it tonight. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. But great read. If you haven't read from Lena Hendrix, I really recommend the Sullivan and the King series. They're all sort of interconnected and the plot is like full on. But then again, this has like quite a bit of emotional depth to it while also still being like lighthearted and fun. So I think it's like a good read. I think I'm just being overly picky. But yeah. That's that. I'm going downstairs to sit on the couch and read. I just finished Just Say Yes, and I've now moved on to my next book. But before I get into that, I really enjoyed Just Say Yes. I think I ended up giving it like a 4-star. Definitely a fun, easy read. I loved the ending. I loved sort of just the way that they wrapped up their relationship and how much they just cared for each other in the end. There wasn't any sort of major third act breakup, and they really just said, hey, like, let's figure this out. He fought for her. He really got integrated into her family. Loved it. Great conclusion to this series. I love Lena Hendrix for an easy comfort read. I wasn't like overall completely blown away with it, but I think it is really hard to top Just My Luck in that series, but overall I had a good time. I've now started Save Your Breath by Kandi Steiner, the 4th book in the Kings of the Ice series. This is a childhood best friends to lovers story, fake engagement. He is the hockey, he's the NHL's bad boy. She is a pop star who is trying to release herself from the identity of her ex-boyfriend and wants her like album to stand on its own without everyone commenting about her relationship. So they concoct a fake relationship so that he can clean up his image and everyone can sort of focus on her new relationship rather than her old relationship, and the album can sort of just stand on its own. I've just seen, and they're gonna get trapped. There's gonna be a hurricane is gonna come and they're gonna get stuck in a high-rise apartment. So there's also that. It's going to be good. I love Kandi Steiner. This is a good length 420 pages. On the longer, thicker side, but I think it'll be entertaining. I love this trope. I love a fake dating, bad boy, clean up image style of story. So I literally cannot complain. I think I'm gonna love this. But I have literally just started it. I'm literally up to chapter, I'm only like 30 something pages in, so I'm up to chapter 5. So we have Mia. Mia is our FMC and Alex is our MMC. The thing is, they've both been in love with each other since they were children, and now they have to face that, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I just know it's going to be good. So I'm going to keep reading. We'll update later on, and I cannot wait for the spice. I love Kandi Steiner. I've been missing the angst. I've been missing the yearning. So this is going to give me everything that I want and more. I'm going to read a bit more, and then I have to head off to get my eyebrows done. So I'll see you guys when I come back and hopefully finish this today. So I'm back from my brows, and it might look a little bit crazy, but I have made more progress on this. Now, I don't really remember where I was up to because I moved over to the audiobook. I'm just at the part where they're about to get stuck inside for the hurricane. I'm gonna make and drink my nightly magnesium while we talk about this. They are obsessed with each other. I think I'm a good like 50% of the way through it. I think that we would get a spicy scene kind of soon, and I think that I'm hoping that there's no third act breakup. But anyway, they stage their engagement, they get that all sent out, and then she runs away and goes all the way back to LA and sort of doesn't speak to him, and he's struggling. And we get a lot of flashbacks to what their childhood was like. So if you've read Rewind It Back, I would say that this is similar in terms of that kind of vibe. We're getting a dual timeline and, you know, figuring out why everything sort of went down the way that it went down. I thought for a second that they were foster siblings, but they're not. So when there's promising young hockey stars, certain families can like to volunteer to take in a kid. So they took Alex in, Mia's parents took in Alex when he was in his last 2 years of high school so that he could get drafted into the NHL, which he did. They end up living together, spending a lot of time together, and they grow an attraction. But obviously he doesn't want to go there. He does want to go there, but he's like, I don't want to fuck up everything. And so they don't, nothing happens. She tries to kiss him one time, but he's like, no, I can't do that. So now they're battling their attraction, fake dating and all the things. So there's not been too much like angst just yet, but the angst is about to level up now that they're going to be stuck inside together for this hurricane. Alex is a typical bad boy that's not really a bad boy. Reformed, like, you know, for reformed playboy that's not really a playboy. He does not want anyone else but Mia, and their engagement, when he proposed, it was insane. I am going to pause that here. Like, I don't have a lot to say. My brain is really scattered right now. I feel really overstimulated, but I wanted to say that I'm really enjoying it and give a little update, because otherwise my brain is going to fry me even more because I hadn't given an update. So I will update you tomorrow when I finish it. It is hump day. I have now finished this. I'm going to sit on a 4-star. Great book. I enjoyed it. I just think that there was not enough like yearning. Like, there actually wasn't as many present day scenes as I was expecting. It may actually be a 3.5, maybe. I did enjoy it though, so I'm a little bit stumped on what I'm gonna give it. I enjoyed their characters. There wasn't enough present day romantic development. All their romance was developed in like flashbacks. There was a good chunk of time that they weren't together, and it was just like, oh, we're happy, we're all good. I guess that's my only gripe with it, but I think it was really good. I like the way the ending sort of unfolded and everything happened. Solid read, just not a fave. I'm now moving into my next read, my second last book of this little challenge, and it is The Syndicator. This is the last book in this series, so check off another series off my checklist. Actually, let's do that now. I've started it. It is a mafia romance. When The Syndicator first came out, it was getting a lot of backlash, which is kind of insane. So basically, The Syndicator is kind of not like an epilogue novel, but kind of like an epilogue novel. The 4 couples in the previous series are coming together to finally tie up all the plot points that we've been like waiting for answers on in the previous book. I think my only problem with this is going to be, I read these books literally over a year ago. I finished these books over a year ago, and I've been waiting for so long. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to remember exactly what happens, but I think I know what does happen. So they're sort of hunting for the bad guy that's been carrying on through this series. So given that, I can't talk about this too much. You're gonna get an update right at the end when I finish this. That's the way I'm gonna go about this and see if I liked it, because it's getting a lot of critiques, which is really unfortunate because I think that this series is great. So I will let you know if the critiques are valid, but I'll see you guys at the end of this book, and my hair's a little bit of a mess, but I'm here to wrap up The Syndicator. My only problem is that it's been way too long, that I've forgotten so much of the plot. I don't think it's a bad book. Wrapped up everything. Did it wrap everything up kind of conveniently? Yes, but I also don't understand the complaints. I don't know what there is to complain about this book. it was fine. There was no issues. It's just, if I had read it closer to finishing like The Annihilator, I would have been like, okay, that's better. Because it took me a little bit of time to sort of remember what happened, where did we leave off. Now the series is complete. If you haven't started it, or, you know, gotten some of the way through it, I think just binge it all now that it's done. I think it's the way to go about it. Unfortunately, just a big like 2-year gap between The Annihilator and The Syndicator just made things a little bit too disconnected and disjointed, because everything sort of unraveled right at the end, and like nothing happened until right at the end, which was just interesting. I've started a little bit of The Apple Tree. This is a single dad age gap romance. He is her new neighbor. This is a series, it's like set back in the 80s. The girl's dad is the like community's like church preacher, something or other, unsure. Really enjoyed previous book, Sunday Morning. Keen to see where this go. They're all very like taboo relationships, clearly. So this is gonna be like a single dad age gap. He's also a math teacher. She's just finished high school. I'm assuming she's going to be a nanny of some form, because she's just bonding with the child already. She's also a very rebellious child, loves to push her parents' boundaries. So this is gonna be good. Stay tuned when I have more to say. Happy Saturday. I am a good chunk of the way through The Apple Tree. It's called The Apple Tree because her name is Eve, his name is Kyle. She is 18 years old. He's the school math teacher and football coach. She's attracted to him. She's babysitting his kid. She loves to break all the rules, and she doesn't know what she wants to do with her life. And she's just having fun. She's learning all these new things with Kyle. So the dad's the preacher, and he's teaching her how to shoot, how to fish, how to drive a boat. So it's like definitely like that student-teacher relationship without being actual student-teacher. It is very good, very taboo, very forbidden, but like the chemistry is palpable, and like the attraction is completely and utterly like addictive. It is what I wanted in my Kiwi Tyler books, for example. They just have that extra oomph. Like, yes, it's so taboo, but the yearning and the way that they navigate in this relationship just makes more sense. It's more fun, it's more irresistible. It has like extra angsty loveness. You feel their connection. It's not as surface. You feel the connection. They both have like an instant attraction to each other. They're both trying to resist, but they just can't anymore. They've shared a kiss. Things have almost gone a few ways. He's come to this town to sort of reinvent himself and give his son stability. He's like, I don't want to lose like my standing in the community. I don't want to be shunned out of the community. I'm going to clean my house now and keep listening. So this needs to go on charge, and I'll check in with you guys at the end. I finished The Apple Tree. I love the way it was wrapped up. Again, I love the chemistry. I loved the journey that Eve went on. I loved just the story. It is actually quite emotional and quite gut-wrenching towards the end there. So make sure you check your trigger warnings before going into it. But it is very much like a top what I love in a romance book. It's just got I could easily give it a 4.5, I think. I don't know if it's a 5. I think it's a 4.5. It was just really, really good. I think the ending probably definitely brings it down to a 4.5. I just wanted a little bit more at the end. I wanted to see a little bit more. But then again, like I did really enjoy it. I thought it was very well done. I got all the taboo elements that I wanted, everything that I expected to get. It did. It just was tick, 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 tick on all the things. Literally have no complaints with that. So thoroughly enjoyed. Probably my favorite in the series so far. I have one more left, which is a good book, and I'm excited to get to that. I'm really excited to see where this sister's story goes. I feel like I'm very quickly wrapping this up, but I don't have a lot to say because it was just really, really well done. I think it was a great story, very different, very much like a girl that's so troubled and has so much baggage and just needed to be loved and didn't know what kind of love she was deserving of, how she could deserve love, didn't know how to bring herself peace. Okay. That was a lot. I am so aware of that. Some of these absolutely nailed it for me. Some of these, not so much, unfortunately. So there was a few moments where I just went like, what the fuck is this? Formula Freedom and Save Your Breath. Truly what I love in a sports romance. Cozy, fun, lighthearted, just easy reads. I love these series so much. I don't have many complaints. They're just not like 5-star, like glory series, but I loved them. I love them so much. For Formula Freedom, I'm now caught up until the next book comes out, and I have one more book to go for the Kandi Steiner series. Then we have Just Say Yes. Truly like a series that I have loved so much. I have loved being an out-of-towner. I've now finished that series and I'm all caught up. Lena Hendrix is an absolute queen in my eyes. The Syndicator, I have now finished a series. So that's 2 series completed of the 30 something that I have. So slay for me. The Syndicator was solid. I didn't mind it. I was a little bit confused. Solid conclusion though. I do not understand the hate for it. Delightful Sins was an absolute flop, so I'm so glad I took that series off my TBR. I just don't get it. I like romance to feel, I like the guy to be somewhat like obsessed with her. I don't want them to be complete assholes and jerks. Personally, I don't know. It just didn't work for me. I didn't get it. So maybe it's just a me thing. I just think there was something wrong with this series. Probably just a me. The apple tree was definitely my favorite of this video. I loved it. It was taboo, definitely just emotional. I love Julianne. She writes great books. They're so different and so fun. I haven't read this series. I really recommend it. It's so different. It's set in the 80s. What can go wrong? If you've read any of these, please let me know which one was your favorite, which one you didn't like, and how many series you currently have on the go, because surely it can't be worse than me. But if you loved watching me try and tackle my TBR, please make sure you like and subscribe. Stick around for the next one because I have so many more of these coming your way. And until next time, happy reading. Bye guys.